Evolution salutations, everyone. Evolution here, and welcome to a new game. Now, this will be the newest Let's Play. I don't know how this will go because there are some scenes in this. I don't know if I'll be able to show or not, but yeah. Anyway, this is, as you can see, Angels with Scaly Wings. Now, this is a game that a friend of mine has played before, and I was hoping to have him also be in this to do some of the voices for the characters. Unfortunately, me and him can't really get together somewhere at a time right now to actually record and everything. So for now, I'm just gonna be doing this solo, but hopefully we'll be able to get him into this later. And also, I do have another game that I'm hoping to do some videos for. There's a game called The Isle. It's a dinosaur game. Yes, I am a huge dinosaur nerd too, though there's no real free games. I mean, this game isn't free either. I bought this. I also bought The Isle, but whatever. I also do plan on getting Ark Survival Evolved, but that will be much later. But yeah, and The Isle, I haven't gotten it to actually work yet. Once I figure out what's going on with that, and if I manage to get it to work, I'll hopefully be doing videos of that too. But right now, we're gonna be starting on Angels with Scaly Wings. I do also plan on redoing the Undertale videos. I actually might be recording the next video after this, and I will also be working on getting Nico Jishi back up to the previous point. I'll be watching all the videos that I've done so far on Nico Jishi to actually get myself back up with everything I've chosen and everything, and continue on from there. That I won't be re-recording until I get to the new parts, but Undertale I will be redoing and everything because chances are I'm probably still gonna mess up and everything, and you guys are probably like seeing me fail. Plus, I don't remember exactly what part it was. I think it was something with Metaton and something before that too, but that there was some footage that got lost before. So yeah, I'm gonna be redoing that too. But without further ado, let's begin on this. Now, this I'm probably only gonna have in 30 minutes or so. Okay. Detecting user profile. User profile not found. Name Sparky. Choose it. Now, this game is kind of it's basically, let's say it's kind of more like Nico Jishi, except there are some very different things. User profile confirmed. Before we start, please review the following information. Use left click or enter to advance. Oh, I can just click enter? Space to advance text only. Okay. So left click to go to the next scene. Space is just for text. This is useful to avoid making selection mistakes. Okay. Escape or right click brings up the menu. F toggles full screen. Mouse wheel or page down to review past messages and rewind. Hold control or press tab to skip scene messages. S take a screenshot. Middle click or H hides window text if you wish to be used. Yeah, you can in the menu. No, okay. So yeah, this is basically like a dragon version of Nico Jishi. The year is 20XX. I'm gonna say 2099. Only recently has humanity discovered a portal that leads to a different world, populated with a race of intelligent, talking dragons. I was the first of a few to travel to this world, but maybe I should start at the beginning. It all began when we discovered a strange device in the middle of nowhere during one of our expeditions, the portal. That looks like it was on another game too, I don't know. Okay. I had heard about similar technology before, though that had been more on an experimental level. From all I knew, other portals had been created in the past and were under construction for mass application. As for this one in particular, though, we did not know who had built it, or when, or why we found it in the wilderness where we did. What was more exciting to us was the fact that it was functional. After our first test, we found there was someone else on the other side who was in possession of a similar portal, and our attempts at communication through letters were successful. But in the end, the machine's extraordinary amount of power meant we needed to act quickly, as we wouldn't be able to keep the portal open much longer. When we made this known to the other side, we received a very unexpected reply, a letter of invitation. After some deliberation, it was decided to accept their hospitality and send a person to the other side. There was an individual who took the job almost immediately. I'm guessing that's me. Is that supposed to be our character? Reza Equerdo? I don't know. I knew him, or rather had known him. We attended the same school back then, and even had a few classes together. We never really were very close friends, but we talked to each other occasionally and hung around with the same crowd sometimes. However, we still went our separate ways in the end. I wasn't sure what to think about the whole thing, but he had to have known what he was doing. He certainly was brave. Either that, or just very, very foolish. While I wasn't sure which, his courage was applauded by others. After all, he couldn't possibly have known who or what would await him on the other end of the portal, and if he did meet someone there, who knew what kinds of intentions they might have. I think any speculation on our part would have made a difference. When the day finally came through, he went with applause echoing across the area. Equipped with only the clothes he wore, his multi-tool. What's a multi-tool? Oh wait, it must be one of those little sort of pocket watch things with multiple things in it. A gun and a device on his wrist that acted as a PDA. A gun. Always have to take a gun. Always a violent person. Then we waited. The crowd that was applauding him slowly dispersed when the enthusiasm died down, as there was nothing for us to do but wait and speculate. Approximately 8 hours later, we received our first message from him. While we had assumed the portal led to another different country, might be on a different continent, the reality turned to be much more foreign. The situation he described to us was so outlandish that we initially took it as a joke. A very bad joke, maybe, with even worse timing and no punchline at all. It soon became clear to us, though, that we may have made one of the most important discoveries since the dawn of mankind. Finding the portal had been remarkable in itself, but this took it to a completely different level. From what he described the place, or more accurately its inhabitants, we surmised it could not be a part of Earth at all. We called them dragons, because according to Reza, that's what they were, or at least what they resembled most. Even though we found it hard to believe, it had been these dragons who sent us all the letters, and what Reza found on the other side of the portal was a whole civilization of them. They could talk, write books, had buildings and electricity. In many ways, their society was actually very similar to our own. So, who were they? And what was this place? Could they be aliens? Our speculations led us to conclude otherwise. After all, we knew about the existence of thousands of planets, millions of light years away, that have been theoretically habitable. Yet, even then, we have never found conclusive proof in regards to actual alien life forms. Some people brought up quantum mechanics and parallel universes, but in the end of it all, it was just conjecture and ultimately fruitless endeavor, since we neither had the means nor the resources to explore these possibilities in great detail. I think there's just one more thing worth mentioning before I move on. The previous isolation had been mutual. They hadn't known about any other intelligent life form beyond their own. The portal had only recently been discovered and was a technology previously unknown to them. And just as we had missed about dragons, they had missed about us. That was what we knew about them so far, and as interesting as learning of those things and debating their cultural significance was, we didn't really know what we should make of it all. Reza apparently was sure of what he was doing though, as he eventually let us know that they had agreed on a trade. Excuse me. We were to give them a few of our PDA devices, which contained vast amounts of knowledge, dwarfing even that of encyclopedias. In return, they would supply us with generators. Overall, they didn't seem as technologically advanced as we had been, but they did surpass us in that one aspect. Their means of generating energy seemed sustainable. I can't speak with some words, I'm sorry. Not only that, but evidently also quite efficient. We certainly would be able to put technology like that to good use, and trading mere past knowledge of the human race for something more tangible was a good call on his part. That was where I came in. My prior experience in both biology and sociology made me a good fit to deliver our PDA devices for the trade. And while the Dragon's world waiting for the prototypes of our generators to be manufactured by them, I would act as an ambassador on humanity's behalf. What a way to make a first impression by a display of mutual goodwill. Everyone benefits and everyone goes home happy. All is well. At least that was the plan. Despite the images that living, talking dragons might conjure up in some people's mind, I didn't even think of bringing a weapon myself, considering that they were reportedly friendly and peaceful enough. There was no need for me to fear potential ill intentions like Razor did when we had stepped into unknown territory. And after I became an ambassador, I had to do my best to uphold a high standard in fostering this diplomatic relationship. When the time came for me to step through the portal, all my mental preparedness vanished. My anxiousness was fueled by all the questions lurking in my head just as the machine started to do its work. Would it hurt? What would I mean on the other side? What if they really weren't so friendly and just made Reza write those letters with the pretense of appearing friendly, only to lure us into a den of man-eating monsters and something new? Sorry, it's late at night when I'm doing this. With us ending up as nothing more than a tasty afternoon snack. Maybe I should have brought a weapon after all. Suddenly I felt a shiver coursing throughout my whole body, and beyond when I disintegrated, as if every cell, every atom of my body was torn from me and pulled into a different direction. That would be terrifying. To be conscious during that, that would be absolutely horrifying. I would be freaking out. Like, I know I would freak out. I saw darkness and light, pains, patterns, and stars as I traveled, and images rapidly flashed before me of things unseen and unspoken, both horrifying and beautiful. It was an experience unlike any other, yet over in just a split second. Again, horrifying! Then it was dark. I couldn't see a patch of a lighter color contrasting with the dark surroundings as my vision started to clear. Its edges got sharper as the patch of light slowly took shape, giving me the distinct outline of a reptilian head and an array of horns sprouting from it. Ooh, is that Remy? Yeah, that's Remy. Hey, I still remember them from the trailer. It was a dragon. As I could see, a dragon who not only had a pair of round glasses, but also wore a burgundy tie around his neck. Or is that burgundy? I don't know. In the name of our okay. In the name of our people, I bid you welcome. If I may introduce myself, I am Remy, your guide and ambassador, a representative of our council. The dragon spoke. It was one thing to have heard and read about this, but something else entirely to have one standing in front of me in flesh and blood and tongue. It was good that all my mental preparedness had disappeared when I was teleported, because nothing could have prepared me for this. Sorry, I imagine you might still feel the effects of the teleportation. Drowsiness or weakness is not unusual, as is fainting and spontaneous emptying of your bowels. Okay, that's bladder or stomach. How do you feel? Okay, that is disgusting. Yeah, do not sign me up for teleportation, no. When this speechless, I had totally forgotten that I was shouldering the burden of representing my people to them as well. So much for being professional. But at least he gave me a good excuse for my blunder. I think I'm alright. Well, I think I'm alright. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Maybe we should go before it gets too dark. Come with me, please. So I followed the dragon, not straying too far from him as the sun had already departed from the day and the remaining light diminished by the minute. It's getting hard to see where I'm going. Sorry about that, but we had a good reason to schedule your arrival like this. We did not want you to be ambushed by a crowd, so we had to keep your exact time and date of arrival secret. Thanks. I suppose an event like this would make me a celebrity of sorts. It would be the same if one of you came to us. That's quite an understatement. Some people here are rather superstitious. They might regard you or any of your kind as divine, I suppose. Yeah, I could say some people would do the same for a dragon. Really? How so? We do have certain myths that involve humans and such. Oh, I suppose the history lesson will have to wait for another time. Here we are. By this point, it had gotten so dark that I could barely make out the building before us. I briefly wondered whether they might have streetlights elsewhere, or if they did not require any due to possible enhanced eyesight or night vision. I could vaguely see the dragon, his light colors still visible within the blackness that engulfed the area, rear up and manipulate the door handle with one of his forepaws. Okay, that's more furnished than my. This room is okay. Forget the teleportation stuff. I would like to live there. Hinges creaking, the door opened, and with a flick of a switch, the apartment was flooded with light, blinding me after all the time we had just spent without it. This is where you will live for the time being. It's fully stocked, but in case you need anything else, I left you a note with a few phone numbers. It's getting rather late, so I will have to take my leave now. In any case, someone will come and meet you tomorrow morning. Thank you, Remy. Have a good night. Until we meet again. With a nod, Remy left the apartment, mindful enough to close the door behind himself. Surveying the room, I considered the events that had just transpired as my gaze met the window. I could see movements outside as I drew nearer. Startled, I could hear footsteps in the grass, moving away quickly, assuming it must have been the dragon I just met. I thought nothing of it as I went to bed and slowly succumbed to the sweet allure of sleep overdue. I spent a few moments thinking about my role, my mission, and what it meant to be here now. I felt the responsibility placed on my shoulders. I was eager for the adventure to come. Uh, Honestly, I'd probably be excited. So many possibilities and prospects raced in my mind. Truth be told, the thought of being able to meet an entirely new species and civilization excited me. I was going to be one of the first to truly experience such society with its own little quirks, differences, and similarities. I couldn't help but feel like some sort of modern Vasco da Gama or Marco Polo. Maybe I'll even write a book about the whole experience after it's all over. I was sure it would become a hit, all things considered. At any rate, this was going to be fun. Inception, Chapter 1. Wait, that looks like Remy with, I want to say that's Anna's colors. I think that's the name of the blue and red dragon that was in the intro. I think her name was Anna. Or his. Oh my god, I know it's Anna. If the name's Anna, it's a girl. I mean, what guy is named Anna? Actually, no, don't answer that, because there might be a guy named Anna, and I don't want to offend anyone. I woke from uneasy dreams, looking at unfamiliar ceiling. For a moment, I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. After a good stretch, I looked around the room, illuminated by sunlight coming in from the window. Outside in the distance, the portal had emerged from proudly stood on. Well, the portal I had emerged from proudly stood on the peak of a small hill. Getting ready, I noticed something lying on the table. It was a note Remy had left for me in case I needed anything, along with his own phone and work number. There were also some numbers for delivery of food and other necessities, as well as an emergency and even janitorial service. He had suddenly thought of everything, even though I now had to wonder what a dragon plumber might look like. My musings were interrupted when the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I was met by another dragon. And this would be, huh? A mailman? Hello. It must be Sparky. I'm Sebastian. And I'll be your escort. Or security, I suppose. Usually I work with the police, though. Nice to meet you. Oh, police. I was thinking mail. Honestly, I saw the hat. I was thinking mail, but that's police. He seemed a lot smaller than Remy. And when he somewhat nervously extended his arms toward me, I noticed he apparently only walked on his hind legs. The two components instead having distinct arms and hand fingers. Let's shake his hand. When I took his hand into mine and to shake it gently, I could feel the individual bumps and scales on his rough skin. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So where are you taking me? Straight to business, eh? We're going to visit the plant where they are making your generators. They have some news for you, or so I've heard. Razor will be there too. Sounds great. Just follow me. While we walked, I was under the impression that we were purposely avoiding the busier parts of the town, instead staying towards the edges and small alleys, as not to garner too much attention. Even then, we got an occasional stare. After a couple of minutes, we arrived at our destination where we were met by Reza, as well as yet another dragon, a vicious-looking beast that didn't stay too close to him. So that's Reza. Who is that? They look grumpy. Hey, Reza, long time no see. How true is that? Finally good to see you. Finally good to see. Good to finally see another human face around here. What a coincidence. Actually, I don't like this one. What a coincidence to have you, of all people, show up here. Yeah, I kind of like that voice better. Yeah, guess those degrees aren't so useless after all. By the way, who's your friend? Just my bodyguard, same as yours. Don't bother with him. He doesn't talk much. Yeah, just like you. Very funny. The two dragons exchanged a few words as I met the gaze of the larger Enebrous dragon. A few paces on. Sebastian turned towards me and spoke up again. Hey Sparky, this is Max. Nice to meet you. Yeah, whatever. Just don't expect me to keep you a special treatment like everyone else is. What are you talking about? So you're saying you have a nose to stairs and how they all treat you like you're the next messiah or something? No, I just thought... We're not the ones making a big deal out of it. You are. I'm just here to get what we agreed on, don't we, John? If anything, I'd actually prefer if you left us alone. If you're the one who insists on following me around wherever I go. The crowd escaped the darker dragon, trembling lips, and he bared his teeth at Razor. Alright, that's quite enough. Let's just all go inside already, shall we? Reza, calm down. After you. Reza, you are going to get yourself burned, man. What is wrong? The crisis was quickly averted as we entered the building, which was characterized by its many floors, high ceilings, and long, narrow hallways as Sebastian led us to our destination. Hey, that's the dragon I was talking about. There you are. I was waiting for you. Wait a minute. I thought we were going to meet the guys from production. What are you doing here? They're only coming in later today, so you'll just have to make do with me. I see. Well, Sparky, this is Anna. She kind of manages this building, though she's more involved with the research wing rather than production and engineering. Nice to meet you. My pleasure. I have something for you, by the way. It'll take them a while to make all the generators as we promised, but we've got one for you here. Feel free to send it home and give it a test. That's great. I'll take it. Looks a little small if you ask me. Don't underestimate its power. Oh, and do be careful not to drop it. Sure, I'll be waiting outside while you do your thing, Sparky. I suppose I'll wait for you outside as well. What thing? Oh, have you brought the PDA? Of course, here you go. Alright, now to give this a test run. The PDA lit up as our hands swiftly moved around its interface and calculated motions. By the way, would you consider letting me run some tests on you as well? It would only take a drop of your blood. What? Why? I work in biology, so obviously this kind of thing would be very interesting to us. I'd share the results with you, of course. Sure. Great. She was quick to produce a small device from a drawer, which from a glance reminded me a lot of a test tube. Now, would you give me your hand, please? As I reached out to her, she took my hand in hers before she pressed the device into the back of my hand. I winced as pain jolted through my hand. Something sharp drove itself into my skin, and shortly afterwards, a droplet of blood was sucked into the tube attached to the small needle. Thanks. You're welcome. You gave Anna your blood. That's an achievement. That's an achievement. Looks like your PDA is good, by the way. So we're just about done here. And since we're both in biology, it could be interesting if you want to meet me some other times as well. Here's my number. Alright. See you soon. And I think that's where we will end this episode here. If you guys like this series and you would like to see more of it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content. Tell me if there's any games you guys would like to see me play, as I do plan on getting more games and everything, including, unfortunately, some horror games, which I know I'm not going to like, but this channel is more for fun and more of what you guys would like to see, so yeah. And until next time, this is Sparky, signing off.